Today we're trying out Balinese snacks. Now this is part 2 of my Balinese snack adventure, and some of these dishes you're going to be able to find all around Bali. We're trying out a mixture of sweet dishes, savoury dishes, and they're pretty typical around Bali and the rest of Indonesia. Some of them are specific to Bali. Some of the names are slightly different to what you'll find in other parts of Indonesia, but more or less you'll find these dishes all around Bali and other parts of Indonesia. Okay, so first of all we're going to try the Esdot. Esdot is basically a coconut milk drink with bits of sticky flour bits in there and a thing called pacar cina, which is a pink sago ball. And in with that, you usually have palm sugar, which has all been mixed through. And that palm sugar and coconut milk combo is absolutely amazing. And they give you a spoon, so you can spoon out all those little bits and pieces. That combination is one of my favourite combinations of drinks anywhere in the world. So the next one we've got is bubur campur. And it's a mixture of all sorts of different things in there. There's like a green porridge in there, which is made out of glutinous rice flour and pandan, which I'm going to try now. Delicious. And that's mixed in with this coconut cream on top. So that combination of pandan and coconut cream is amazing. We've also got some black sticky rice here, which is pretty standard in Bali. In Bali, they often call it bubur injin. Oh, so good. So good. Then we've got this one, this glutinous one here. I've no idea what it is, it's orange. I've had it before, can't remember what it's called. Very good, very sweet, but not over the top sweet. There are other bits of like banana in there which have been boiled in a coconut milk in the past. I think you would call that in some other dishes, kolak pisang, maybe. So good. Looks like a carrot, but it's not. I think that's some sort of like a sweet potato. Not my favourite. But it's a bit of a winner dish. So, bubur campur really is something that if you see somewhere else that you really should try, because it's a perfect mixture of a lot of different dishes combined into one dish. Coconut cream or coconut milk poured on top, bit of sugar in there, and it's delicious. Try it out. Now, at the place that we're at the moment, you can actually order each one of those individual components on its own, in a dish on its own. This is sort of like the medley, the one that's got everything in there, so you can try all of them. That's obviously the better option, but if you love one in particular, you can go onto the menu and pick one in particular. Next we have Bakon Kadi, which is a fried piece of taro. Apparently, that's what kaladi means, I'm told. I don't know if it's lost in translation or not, but that's what I'm told, so we'll give it a go. So that is grated taro, and it's grated so finely, so when they fry it, it becomes ultra crispy. Incredible. And they've got this dipping sauce, which is almost like a peanut sauce, I think. I'm not even sure if it is. It's a sambal, so it's quite spicy. And you sort of need it because otherwise it's a little bit boring just having a fried piece of taro. But that's a classic jajanan that you would have in Indonesia, something fried like that you will dip in a sambal. It's just a snack as you're having a chat with friends or nongkronging with friends. It's quite good. The next one is a really great dish. It's called Tipat Kua ayam betutu. And the main components of this dish are the tipat, which is that compressed rice cakes, and they'll call it ketupat in other parts of Indonesia, and the ayam betutu, which is a classic Balinese spiced chicken dish. In here, we've got it shredded. So I'm going to go through each component and explain each one and try them out. First of all, I'm going to try the ayam betutu, which is the shredded chicken. So good. Very moist as well. Very good. You can taste that turmeric on there and some of the spices. It also comes with a couple of sambals as well. One of them is sambal merah, or a red sambal. It's loaded with chilies, so I know it's going to be hot. The other one there that you'll often find in Bali is sambal mata, which is the raw sambal. And it looks really not so bad, not so spicy, but it's actually the spicier one. That raw sambal is usually a killer. Super tasty though. Next I'm going to try the tipat, which I already know what it's going to taste like. Compressed rice. I mean, it's just a filler, really, to eat as an accompaniment to all the other dishes. Next we'll try out the fried chicken skin. Looks quite interesting. Super crispy. Nice golden batter on that as well. Yummy. And then we have the urap sayur. Urap sayur, mixed veggie with grated coconut. Pretty stock standard, especially in Bali, but all throughout Indonesia. Super tasty. Love it. And then that's the classic. You'll see that all the time in Bali. Sate lilit ayam. It's basically a bit of meat, minced meat, wrapped around a stick. Great. Now that I've sort of tasted all of those components and I've pointed out what they're like, I'm going to eat this the way that it's supposed to be eaten. The way that it's supposed to be eaten is that you actually pour the soup that comes along with it over the dish, and it becomes sort of like a soupy nasi campur in many ways. So I'm going to do that now. So that is a spicy chicken broth, and let's have a try of it. It's quite spicy. It's not too spicy. I mean, it sort of catches in the back of the throat a little bit, but I find it okay. And now that that is on there, this tipat is going to be a lot more easy to eat. It's not going to be so plain anymore. A bit of the chicken. Super delicious. Super delicious. So if you're out and about, make sure you look for Tipat Kua ayam betutu, because it's one of the good ones. So temulawak is a carbonated drink. So it's a soft drink, sweet carbonated drink. And the basis of it, temulawak itself, is a rhizome. So sort of like a ginger or a turmeric. I think they nickname it Javanese ginger. So it's quite specific to the archipelago of Indonesia. I'm going to give it a go. I've never tried it before. Oh, that's really nice. Actually reminds me a lot of sarsaparilla, in a lot of ways. Oh yeah, and a bit of a gingery flavour to it. It's really, really nice. So if you come to this place, order that, or if you see it in other places as well. I know they've got it down the Sindhu night markets as well. Get that temulawak down there as well. So one of the things I get asked quite often is the food hot? Now here, all of that food is freshly prepared. So the fried food is freshly fried. The meat is warm. Even the bubur, which is like often served quite cold, is warmed. They've actually, got it straight out of the pot. So it's all freshly cooked. So don't worry about whether it's fresh or anything like that. Freshly cooked, and I would assume quite hygienic. Don't worry about that. So we're actually eating all of this at Gula Bali, the Joglo, which is in Denpasar. Now, Gula Bali serves a lot of these snacks, but these snacks are actually widely available throughout Bali. The prices I've paid today range from about 20,000 for many of the dishes up to 35 for that tipat, which is quite cheap. But they're pretty standard prices in Bali anyway for local food. So when you're out and about on your excursions around Bali and you see one of these food items, don't be afraid to give it a go, because it's generally very good. So if you've got any questions about any of these dishes, make sure you leave a comment below and I'll do my best to answer them. Thanks for watching. Make sure you hit that subscribe button to keep up to date with all things Sanur. I'll catch you next time.